Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. We're actually going to take a short break from the Duke's archives here because, like I said, I think in a subtitle last time, the reason that the thing that I thought was supposed to spawn in the back of Darkroot Basin didn't spawn was just that I needed to reload the area after killing the Hydra. Same thing as Xanthos King Jeremiah, so now that the Hydra is dead, this area is actually going to be even easier to navigate than it was before. We still want to go up and around this way, because if you go into that little, divot over there, you can get 4 of these guys on you, and while I don't think they'll do that much damage to me... While I don't think they'll do that much damage to me, I'd rather not fight 4 of them, because their attacks are, massive like this. That's not too bad. I got super lucky with hitboxes there. Oh, my swing took me directly under his punch. That was pretty great, actually. Yeah, since I can one-shot these guys, I'm not really that worried that I can't really stagger them properly. Whoop! I think he tried to do a jump punch there, but then fell off this ledge here, and it canceled his animation. That was cute. So anyway, fingers crossed that this actually appears here. I mean, it should. There's no reason it wouldn't, but... yeah. Once again, be careful of that ledge that you can sort of just barely see in the water. It does fall off before you get to this little cove over here. The bloom on the sun is a bit obnoxious. The reflection on the water, though, just because it might cover up the hole. Yeah, there we go. Golem ahead. Yeah, there we go. This crystal boy wasn't here last time we fought. We could take him with the rusted iron ring on, but eh. He's already noticed us. Looks like he's a bit slowed down by this as well. If we look, this actually has a bit of a special sprite. Let me see if I can... yeah, there we go. Look at the giant crystal that's on top of there. Kind of looks like there's a person in there. Uh-oh. You can also tell this has a sort of a twilight type color to it. There'll be some brief peaks of a body. It's really tough to see, but basically there's a person in this golem. And given the connection that we've seen between golems and Seath and the whole Seath kidnapping people thing, it's probably not too much of a surprise that there seems to have been a maiden in there.
So, 'tis thou who rescued me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Oolacile. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Oolacile, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Hell yeah, it would.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
There she goes. So, that was Dusk of Oolacile. We have seen the ring. I believe it's the seance ring thingy. I don't remember what it's called. I'm good at this. Yeah, white seance ring. Nope, not the white seance ring. We totally have this ring. Maybe it was that. Oh, idiot. Dusk Crown Ring! This magic-shaped ring was granted to Princess Dusk of Oolacile upon her birth. So, we found this, I believe the Hydra dropped it, and now we find Dusk herself in a crystal golem down here. She mentioned that she would put her summon sign down, and this is a bit weird because it actually appears basically where the Hydra was, like right near the knight armor set that we had gotten. Now, I think that this might be another reload the area thing. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'll go check if it's there. If not, I will speed up and we'll go find it. Because she sells a bunch of spells and things, and we might as well just talk to her, see what she's got to say. Oh, hey, it does appear in the area. Nice. I'm kind of glad, because I didn't really want to walk all the way back to Andre's bonfire. Or walk all the way back from Andre's bonfire. And I'm totally not doing this to put off this awful boss fight coming up and awful area coming up. But hey, let's touch this summon sign. This operates a bit differently from all the other summon signs in the game, really. We see that she gets summoned in the same way a normal phantom would, but we can actually talk to her.
I am Dusk of Oolacile. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thine wishes.
So, as Dusk said, she is from another time, a different time, and that's why we can't really interact with her in this way. We can only interact with her via Summon Stone. I think that's a really neat little touch, because she's actually the hundreds or thousands of years old. I'm not 100% sure. We get a proper bow gesture from her, which is extremely important. And let's see what she has to say before seeing what she has to sell.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken, banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth.
It's sort of an odd thing when you think about it, how she was kidnapped by a crystal golem, and here, but yet she actually left this world. It kind of makes me think that she was summoned into someone's world and then captured. The details of it probably don't matter that much, but there's a lot of, like, interesting interaction going on here, and trying to see, like, where this Dusk actually is from, or where she is now when you're summoning her.
The sorceries of Oolacile differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Oolacile's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
You know, I wonder if this is Karina Reeves. I'll have to look that up afterwards. Fiora in Xenoblade, for the record. Not sure. Could be. Might just be some other British person. Anyway, anything else?
The sorceries
Nope.
of Oolacile. It is difficult. Oolacile's sorceries are. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
So she also has something interesting to say about sorceries, because as she said, what she sells are magic spells. But they're actually quite different from the ones that you'll likely be used to up to this point in the game, because all of those come out of the Vinheim Dragon School. They're Logan and his crap. Dusk's sorceries are much more utility-based. We see Hidden Body, which makes you almost invisible. Cast Light, which gives you a torch, basically. Repair, which will fix your weapons. And Chameleon and Hidden Weapons. So, like, all things that don't by themselves do damage or, you know, help you with that. They're much more utility-based. And this really fits in with what Dusk was saying, how these magics are meant really to help people versus the Vinheim magic schools that, as it says, negate everything but yourself, but the self. It's worth keeping that in mind as we continue onward in our Duke's Archive quest. But first, let's read these spells. Ancient sorcery of the lost land of Oolacile. Turns body nearly invisible. Although perfect invisibility is unachievable due to the risk of dissipation, the caster need only stand still for a moment to blend in to environs, envious, oh my god, with astounding camouflage. So, all of these are Lost Land of Oolacile. We get the first little droplets of that, though we don't really know much more quite yet. The turns the body nearly invisible is a nice thing, because you get the gameplay explanation of, obviously, someone being able to be completely cloaked would make PvP a fucking nightmare. But I really love that the way they word this as due to risk of dissipation. Like, this idea that as you turn yourself more and more invisible, you could literally just fade away entirely is an extremely Dark Souls type thing. So, just a very good written thing. So, cast light. Cast a bright light upon surroundings. This light-producing sorcery is elementary, but nonetheless demonstrates the achievements and mysticism of Oolacile. Such magic has not been developed even in Vinheim. This is another interesting one, just because the Vinheim Dragon School hasn't made something to make a torch. Think about that, in the sense that this is something that would be very useful to them. Obviously, they would want to do something like this if they could, but clearly something about the magic of creating light is actually non-trivial in this world. And I think that's another interesting little thing. Repair. Repair equipped weapons and armor. This sorcery was part of everyday life in Oolacile. Its effects resemble repair powder, which must have found its way into the culture of this lost land. Found its way into, okay. Chameleon. Transform into something inconspicuous. A separate stealth spell from Hidden Body. A skilled stealth sorcerer must be aware of his or her surroundings, and of which objects are prime candidates for imitation. This is sort of a troll spell, but in the most wonderful way possible. As the image on the scroll shows, it will literally just turn you into a pot, or some other area-relevant thing. So a lot of this appears in Dark Souls 2 and 3, and a lot of the hilarious YouTube videos you've seen are because of this chameleon spell. I think it might have been turned into an item in 3 as well. Anyway. Hidden weapon. Turn right weapon invisible. Not a simple augmentation, making it dependent on the skill of the caster. An example of the capacity of Oolacile sorceries to control light. One thing that we see as common in basically all of these sorceries is the manipulation of light. You can make your weapon invisible, you can make a torch, you can make yourself a pot, if that's what you're into. Like, all of these things aren't necessarily directly combat-type spells, but they certainly can help in that sort of thing. And the manipulation of light is obviously something that this magic focuses on, is important to. And it'll be interesting to see that once we perhaps see a bit more of Oolacile later on. Lastly, we have the Oolacile Ivory Catalyst. Sorcery Catalyst of the Lost Land of Oolacile. Formed by enchanted white bark branches. The white bark boosts sorcery adjustment, but the sorceries of this lost land are gentle and not infected by intelligence. So I believe that I can't remember exactly what this does. Someone else. I'll look it up and put a big old text box up here. But basically, I believe it makes things not scale as well with intelligence as other catalysts do. Possibly lowers the magic requirements of some things. Like, not 100% sure. Boost sorcery adjustment. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll stop embarrassing myself. But that's all that Dusk has, and we went to get her for a specific reason, for something that I also didn't mention much last time. What am I trying to say? Oh yeah, something that I was confused about last time that didn't show up. I'm not going to use any of these things, but whatever. It's 1,000. Can't remember if her dialogue changes once you buy everything. Why not?
The sorcery.
Nope.
It is all lines. Is there not?
And yes, I do find this discrepancies fascinating. Alright, thanks Dusk. See ya.
If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I only wish to be of some genuine assistance. May the flames guide thee.
Oh, don't you worry. I will definitely be back for you, and I'm sure you won't be kidnapped ever again. See you later. Alright, nice. Since we didn't rest at the at Andre's bonfire, we're back where we want to be. That's good. We also have 12 Estus flasks, which is interesting. I haven't been paying attention to them at all. Anyway, so the only real area that we have left to explore is that hidden spot over that way, but actually I'm going to see if I can do a quick run back to the start. It turned out I was wrong about... Oh, come on. Ass. I wanted to do a quick run anyway. Oh. Did not realize I had not killed that one, which I really should have, considering that my thing... considering my lock-on didn't break, but not always the smartest. Pop that. Having this as our home bonfire is probably going to get us some extra Estus flasks. There's a decent chance we leave with more than we came in with. Ow. I deserve that. Oh, fuck. I almost just died. Yeah, I guess I really should take these guys a bit more seriously. Especially these fucking archers. Yeah, I'm in just a particularly bad spot for archers here. Serpentine. This guy I will actually kill. I think he did succeed in buffing these guys up. But, oh, actually, no, it doesn't look it. Alright. Now I'm going to kill things because we're pretty much at the area I want to be. Ow. Well. That's what I get. That's what I get. Thought I'd be out of the way because of the stairway, but I guess not. Oops. Slow and steady. There we go. The sheer number of archers in these rooms is just annoying, honestly. More than anything else. Annoying is the word for it. I mean, look at this. There's 3 of them here, all facing totally different directions. I mean, it's fair enough, you know. But the fact that they do so much damage, like archers have done chip damage for pretty much all the rest of the game so far. Hello. Goodbye. Ow. Thought I'd have time to grab my soul's end-to-end dodge roll. I did not. Thought I might be able to take both of them there. Yeah, these hollows act very much like regular, you know, the crystalline hollows act very much like normal hollows, but the aggression that would often result in chip damage against other ones is basically, like, deadly against these guys. You really do have to be careful about how you take this. Like, even this bit dangerous here. There we go. Handled! Less handled. I'm also, like, the way that I'm taking this encounter backwards kind of messes with the difficulty. Because for how annoying it can be, oh, I just realized I have a Firekeeper soul I haven't used. I'll go do that after I do this. But, like, for all the difficulty that you have going this way the correct way, all of the cover and everything is built for you going in the opposite direction that we just came. So it is actually quite a bit harder to do this the opposite way. Is there anyone else who wants to bother me here? Yeah, there is. I didn't want to start a fight with that crystal golem over there and then not get and then have one of those guys run in, because we've already seen that they cause a bit of trouble. Anyway, we get another crystal golem. There doesn't appear to be anyone inside of that giant crystal, but fighting them on here is quite a bit different than fighting them in the large open space, because, you know, attacks like that, it's a lot harder for us to get away from. Luckily, they're still pretty slow, and if we're taking them all alone, then we're pretty much fine. And this time, we get a broken pendant for our troubles. Let's take a look at that. I definitely just heard some whispering. Broken stone pendant, deeply enchanted. Half of a broken stone pendant. The vine appears to originate from Oolacile. Go figure. A powerful magic can be sensed from this ancient stone, yet men of this time can neither manipulate nor sense its power, which has a distinct air consisting of both reverence and nostalgia. This is a very, very potent item description, so it sort of brings into question who exactly is writing about this, because it says that men of, like, it's a powerful magic, but men of this time can't manipulate or even sense this power, which clearly shows that it came from somewhere else, or maybe somewhen else. Now that we've got that, I'm starting to run low on homeward bones, so I'm gonna refill real quick. In fact, let's just do a quick run of bonfire, or a quick run to get that whatchamacallit. I can words. Firelink Shrine. Let's go see the Firekeeper.